Listen carefully because I'm going to read a list to you. I would like you to guess what all of these countries have in common. Okay, here goes: Afghanistan, Australia, Cambodia, China, Congo, Germany, Georgia, Guatemala, Italy, Ivory Coast, India, Iraq, Japan, Morocco, Nepal, Netherlands, Puerto Rico, Poland, South Africa, Sweden, East Timor, Ukraine, Yemen, and Zimbabwe. So, what do they all have in common? They have in common with another 120 countries I didn't name that they all require by law up to 3 weeks to 2 months of paid vacation for their workers. But one country's missing. That's the United States. So, why are we not included? That's a good question. Let's look at it another way. Today is Labor Day. American workers produce and provide services at an exceptional rate every day in the world. But only 60% of our workers receive paid vacation, typically only 1 week. The 40% have to figure it out on their own and have to figure out how to take time off from work without losing their jobs, and they have to do it without pay so they can be with their families. Now, let's look at sick pay. How do American workers cope with that? Making matters worse, the U.S. does not require by law paid sick days. Yet 127 other countries do. Of course, 127 countries that provide paid sick days. Some of them provide sick pay for up to 1 year. And yet Republicans are very angry about this figure. Why are they so angry? Because President Obama is using this figure in his Labor Day announcement that businesses that contract with the federal government must provide paid sick days to their employees, which would go into effect in 2017. So why are the Republicans so upset? Let's look at it. They say it's because Obama's using excessive presidential power. But didn't George Bush? They say it's because they're not being consulted. But Obama has asked for their proposals and has provided his own to them, but they've not acted. If the Republicans were doing business with us, we'd already fired them. Nothing seems to get done with Republicans, and I mean nothing. So let me drive home why Obama's right to act for workers on Labor Day. First, most Americans, 80% or more, actually want paid sick leave as a law. Second, half of all working mothers and fathers have no paid sick leave, making life very difficult when having to take care of a family. Third, the cost of working while sick is much higher than the cost of paid sick leave. Numerous economic and healthcare studies have shown this contrast to be true. Paid sick leave reduces employee turnover, it lowers contamination rates among employees, and it increases productivity. The cost of not providing sick leave is more than $180 billion annually in lost productivity. Last, the moral and humanely right thing to do is to care for each other. That includes the humane practice that most every other country in the world practices: paid sick leave by law. I'll end with an example of success. Higher morale, greater productivity, and stronger economic numbers came with San Francisco's required paid sick leave in 2004. Even during the recession in 2008 to 2010, San Francisco was outperforming all neighboring economies and surging back after the recession faster than most other cities in the nation. If you believe in humanity and community, legally required paid sick leave for everyone is a no-brainer. If you are a greedy and selfish person, on the other hand, legally required sick leave is still a no-brainer. Happy Labor Day.